Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are Arizona.
The end of the homestand for the Arizona Diamondbacks as they take on the San Diego Padres in game number 3 of this 3-game series. And we welcome you aboard. The Diamondbacks currently 5-2 on the homestand. Greg Schulte along with Luis Gonzalez, and we're joined in the broadcast booth today by former Diamondback player, Major Leaguer Jeff Blum. But first, when we come back, you'll hear from Ryan Wheeler, Adam Eaton, and Jake Elmore. 3 position players, rookies on this Diamondbacks 2012 ball club. That's coming up. They must have had with Reno winning the AAA championship.
Absolutely. Absolutely it was. It was, you know, it was fun while we were there, and it was fun watching all the guys on TV. You know, we played with all year and kind of rooting them on. Had it on during BP, actually. So, yeah, it was fun being a part of that team, and I'm certainly happy that they brought home the crown.
Adam, Ryan's been up since late July. You've been up since August, Jake. You've been up since September 4th. But you've had a continuous smile on your face. Tell us about your experience so far.
Well, it's been great. Getting up here and being able to play every day is something special. I mean, just getting an opportunity to play at the big league level. As a little boy, you always dream of that, you know. And to finally get the chance to come up and kind of show the organization what you have at the big league level, it's more exciting than a thrill that I've ever experienced in my life. So it's been special.
What have you learned defensively at third base from Matt Williams?
A lot. I mean, we've been working so much on my footwork. The strength coach, Nate Shaw, we've been working a lot on my flexibility. And just even when Matty's not around, I got John McDonald helped me a lot. Just things to be thinking when you're out on the field. How fast the runner is, who's hitting, things like that it's just always nice to be reminded of. I feel like I've improved a lot, and I feel so comfortable out there now.
You first came up maybe a little excitable into the big leagues. You were swinging alert earlier in the count. Now it seems like even when you get an 0-2 count, you're able to run at 3-2 and maybe get the walk. The on-base percentage, very big, obviously, for the leadoff guy. You're getting on base, you're scoring runs, you're getting your walks.
Yeah, absolutely. At the beginning, definitely jitters had something to do with it. Trying to swing. I felt like if I didn't swing at the first pitch, I was down 0-2 because I knew the next pitch was going to be a strike. If I fouled it off, I was down 0-2. But now I'm a little more comfortable in the box. Seeing pitchers at different ballparks and the setting, the pitcher's eye and such, just getting more comfortable with that. It's as small as it may seem. It's a big difference.
As much as you were pulling for Reno the other night, it's still a lot better to be in the big leagues, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't speak for these guys, but yeah, I mean, you're in the trenches with those guys all year, so it is. Don't get me wrong, I'm very privileged to play in the big leagues, but I missed it a little bit. Sometimes, I mean, I wish it'd been nice to make that run with them, but like I said, I wouldn't trade it for here. So
I actually posed a question to him a couple of days ago. Both of these guys, I said, "All right, what if Gibby came up to you and he said, all right, look, we really want to win this AAA championship. We're gonna continue to pay you big league pay, but we're gonna send you down for the playoffs. As many days you're there, you'll make big league pay, but we want y'all to go play." I was like, "Would you do it?" And the answers were kind of funny. I was like,
No chance.
I don't know. I think I'd rather stay here. And
Last road trip's coming up. You know what that means, right?
so I've heard.
I don't exactly know what that means, but I have an idea, I guess.
Hazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you
I was
be
hoping
ready
it would
for
end
it?
after the haircuts, but
I'm kind of excited for it. I think it's team bonding. I don't know. A lot of people dread it, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you're more part of the team. You know, go through that stuff. Those guys are almost like welcoming you. As much as it is weird, it's kind of a different. I mean, you're putting the guys in dresses, but I don't know. It's kind of a team bonding experience. I'm not excited to wear a dress. Don't get me wrong, but once it's over, it's one of those things that's the coolest thing you've ever done, but you'll never want to do it again.
We're in the big leagues, right?
that's part of it. I hope I'm wearing a dress next year, too. Whatever.
All right. I want to thank again our guests here. Of course, we're talking about Ryan Wheeler, Adam Ayton, and Jake Elmore. We've got the Diamondbacks and Padres finale of this season series coming up. Stay with us. Diamondbacks baseball right around the corner.
Levine forgot his cap. Better go back and get that. That's an important part of the uniform. And the Diamondbacks and the Padres set to battle here on the finale of this 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Schulte along with Luis Gonzalez, the man in the middle, former Diamondback Jeff Blum. We welcome him to the broadcast booth. And Jeff, happy to have you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It looks pretty good from this booth right here.
And the game slows down a lot up here. You got to understand that first.
It's a lot easier up here.
I don't know if I'll ever say that about the game, but I'm going to enjoy it from up here while I can.
Well, we're going to have fun here this afternoon. Diamondbacks going for the sweep of the San Diego Padres. And gentlemen, they're trying to go 6-2 on this homestand. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, considering the last month, the way they played at home, struggled a lot, and to come back now when they need to win, they're playing a lot better.
And they need wins, don't they, Jeff?
Yeah, I would say pretty much win out the rest of the season. Have some couple guys stumble in front of you would be a great thing.
So we'll see what happens here this afternoon. The Diamondbacks going to send the youngster Tyler Skaggs to the mound. The rookie, only 21 years old. So we're set for a day of baseball. He's making his 6th start. Our Diamondbacks pitching report brought to you by Arizona Ford. And again, you stop and you think this young man did not turn 21 years old until July. And the youngest starting pitcher in the major leagues here in 2012. First pitch of the ball game. And we're underway. It's ball 1. Chris Denorfia, who's been a thorn in the side of the Diamondbacks his entire career, is a leadoff hitter. Paul Nart, home plate umpire. So we are underway. The finale of this 8-game homestand, but it's taken 11 days. Diamondbacks have had 3 days off. And we got an out immediately. That's always a nice way to start a ball game. Get a little comeback like that.
Boy, it is, especially with Denorfia, the way he swings against the Diamondbacks. He was hitting over 400. Just for Skaggs to go out there, have a nice 3-pitch first hitter up there, just get him settled into this ball game.
Yeah, keep the guys at the top of the lineup off the bases. That'd be huge.
Forsythe will bat now. Then it's Headley, Grandal, Guzman, Alonso, Maben in there for the first time in this series. Perino has started short today. And a tough left-hander on the mound in Clayton Richard. But Black has seen his ball club win as many games right now in 2012 as they won all of last year. And they had dominated the Diamondbacks up until this series when the Diamondbacks have won a couple of ball games. Well, Jeff, you have the honor of having played for both of these organizations. You played for the Padres when Kevin Tyers was a general manager over there, and a couple of injury-plagued seasons with the Diamondbacks, but nonetheless had a chance to wear both uniforms.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time here in Arizona. They gave me an opportunity, and unfortunately my body did not cooperate. But
wait until you get to be my age, see how your body cooperates.
Yeah, still got a little bit of time for that. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. The team I played for in San Diego is completely different from the one they put on the field now.
And Jeff, by the way, there's a high fly ball to right field. Upton will handle that, or he should handle it rather easily. Jeff played for the Montreal Expos. That's the team he broke in with in the big leagues. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defensively. And you've got Pollock, Eaton, and Upton in the outfield. AJ just up from Reno. Johnson, Ransom, Hill, and Goldschmidt, third to first around the infield. And Skaggs and Montero. AJ Pollock's had quite a year. He's in his 3rd stint with the Diamondbacks. He's got a AAA championship with Reno. Cody Ransom, a 2-time Diamondback this year, guys. He started the year with the D-backs, went to Milwaukee, had some success there, and the Diamondbacks plucked him off the waiver wire. Always like those veterans, don't you?
Coming back for a second tour of duty. So, yeah, it's good to have him back. He lives in the Valley in the offseason, so it's home cooking for him to be here again.
Yeah, trust me, he's enjoying it and relishing the opportunity. Good to have that versatility, too.
Now, you were with the Padres when Chase Headley was a younger player, and boy, has he put together a year, huh?
Yeah, he was a prospect when I was in the organization, and he had a lot of a hype going behind him. But to see him put it all together and hit 28 home runs in a ballpark like Petco is saying something about his ability.
104 runs batted in. He is tied for the National League lead with Ryan Braun. And Skaggs, rightfully so, being careful with him.
Yeah, but I think it's good right now to see Skaggs establishing that curveball. In the past, he just stayed the fastball to one side of the plate. Show it to the hitters and let them know it registers in the back of their mind, and then later on in the ball game they know that he has that effective curveball.
And he's into the dirt. Ball 4, and that's a 2-out walk. And that's the 78th time Headley has walked this year.
Well, when you're hitting well into the 280s and driving in 100+ runs, you're going to get your walk sooner or later out there. Pitchers are going to be very cautious of you at the plate.
Here's Yasmani Grandal, the switch hitting catcher. They're very high on this young man, as well they should be. He's got a very bright future ahead of him, it would appear. And batting cleanup. Montero not in the cleanup spot today, but he has batted cleanup often this year. And you look at Posey with that Giants ball club, and this division with some good young backstops. And that's a position, guys, that you know, for years had kind of taken a back seat, but now it's become obviously very important in calling the ball game, handling the pitching staff. But teams looking more and more for some offense from their catchers.
Yeah, they do. And then you think now Matt Williams is going to be managing the team at Salt River. You look at their roster. Colorado's got 2 of their catchers up there, so you know there's a lot of bright young catchers in the National League West.
Swing and a miss.
A lot like that shortstop position where it used to be all defense, no hit. Now it's kind of transferring to the catching position where these guys are coming up and expected to drive in runs and hit in the middle of the order.
It's funny how the game kind of evolves around, and then you get back to the certain things again. You still like your corner infielders and corner outfielders with that pop, but you see some little guys out there, and we look at the center fielder here for the Diamondback, Adam Eaton, who's only 5'8", patrolling out there, and boy, speed can be a big part of this ball game.
Yeah, he's made that obvious, and the effect he's had at the top of this lineup.
Now, one thing about Headley, too, you have to keep your eye on him, as that is a strike at first base sustained at Demuth. Headley also can run the base a little bit. He's got 14 steals. So if you don't pay attention to him, he will run on you. Skaggs has been trying to hold him close.
Boy, Montero's done such a good job with these young pitchers out there trying to control it. I know they had their issues earlier when they came up, just trying to get on the same page. But once these guys, now they've had a little bit of time here going into spring training, they know what to expect when they go out there with Montero.
Into the dirt. Nice block there by Miggy. Jeff, when you played with the Diamondbacks, did you see Montero growing as a team leader?
Absolutely. He's a good communicator. The guy likes to talk, and I think that's a good thing to have behind home plate. You know, he doesn't mince his words with guys. He goes out there and tells them what he expects of them. You know, works really well with Chuck Nagy and getting game plans and letting these guys know what's effective. And the in-game process, letting them know what pitches are effective and how he sees hitters reacting to some of the pitches he's throwing.
Headley was off and running on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. He'll head back to first base, and we'll do it again.
Well, and I think this is where Skaggs gets in trouble. He got the first 2 hitters out pretty quick, and now he's, you know, 19 pitches into this first inning, where you'd like to limit it to maybe 10, 11, or 12. He starts nibbling at times when he's out there, and that's where he falls into trouble.
Runner's going to go again. And a shot into left center. That'll send Headley on over to third base. Eaton gets it back in, and he holds Grandal to a long single. Well, you're right. The last 2 batters now, a lot of pitches, and 3-2 counts, a walk and a hit.
Well, I just think he tries to be too fine at times. He gets ahead, and then he tries to work around him to get him to swing at bad pitches. Next thing you know, you're sitting 2-2 or 3-2, and then the hitters, you know, look in one pitch, one spot, because they know that you can't get any of your other pitches over for strikes. And Jeff will tell you, when you're sitting up there as a hitter and you know that you only got one pitch to worry about, you become a lot better hitter.
Yeah, when that count starts working back into your favor, and you can sit back and realize that he's narrowed it down to one pitch, and he has no confidence to get that off-speed pitch over in a 3-2 count. Yeah, you can sit back and lean on it a little bit.
Here's Guzman now, a hitter that Bud Black almost always has in the lineup against left-handed pitching. This season, you see the Padres in the first 6 here really scalded the ball runners in scoring position. Diamondbacks have done a very good job in this series, and a swing and a miss, strike two.
Well, two good off-speed pitches there to start him off.
Using that aggressive hitter's instinct against him.
Good changeup over the outer half, down and away.
Uh-oh. Three nothing, and an 0-2 pitch. Guzman only got too much of the plate, and he gets it into the first row of the bleachers. And the Padres jump on top.
And Greg, I've been talking about this the whole time. That stand-up pitch where Miggy stands up, wants that high fastball. You're 0-2 on the guy. Just bounce something, have him block it. See, he gets up there high with the mitt.
Boy, he missed badly.
And you got a young pitcher. He doesn't know where to throw that. He doesn't want to throw it too high, so he throws it belt high for him.
0-2 hits are the worst.
And that's 6 starts now for Skaggs, and he's given up his 6th home run. Now that's the first home run we've seen by either team in this series. And the other thing it does is there's a strike to Alonso. It gives their ace, their 13-game winner, Clayton Richard, 3 runs to work with. Yeah. Ground ball, that's in the right field, a base hit. Let's go back to those numbers we just saw on Skaggs as Montero runs to the mound here. First 3, really good, but the last couple, and you see that ERA and that opponent batting average, and it's obvious that.
Well, I'll tell you what the difference is. It's called a scouting report.
Yeah.
Those guys that sit right behind home plate, they're watching his tendencies and what he likes to do and what he can't be effective in. And when he gets out there, if he can't throw those pitches effective for strikes, other teams know that. That's why these guys come sit in the stands. They try to figure that out in a hurry, and they'll find your weakness.
And you got to understand, he's pitching far into September.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it earlier. A couple of these young guys haven't gone this deep into a season, and maybe pitches start getting left up out over the plate. Mistakes are being made. It might have a little bit to do with fatigue.
So again, he got the first 2 with relative ease in Denorfia and Forsythe, but a walk kept the inning going, and now a single, a 3-run homer, and a base hit. And this is Cameron Maben, who's making his first start of this series. And he hits one foul out of play. Boy, they're jumping on the pitches early too. Don't you think young pitchers, guys, and you've faced enough young ones, they have a tendency early on in their starts to pitch away from contact? It's like they think they have to strike guys out to get them out.
Well, I think younger pitchers are a little more aggressive with their fastballs. They think they come up here and they think they've got a pretty good heater, and it's a comfort thing. Maybe he's not getting the pitches where the changeup over where he wants, but he goes right back to the fastball. And a lot of hitters know that they're going to be aggressive with that and maybe attack it. We'll see here. Hopefully 0-2. He can waste a pitch here and maybe set up another pitch later in the count.
That's the count he had on Guzman.
Right, that was too good a pitch, kind of a hanging breaking ball. I think, Greg, you said about contact, and I think once a ball gets hit hard off a young pitcher, then they get scared to throw that same pitch again, because that's a pitch in AA or AAA that they get away with, and then when they get to the big leagues, that ball gets hit a long ways.
He should handle that one okay. He's got it, but 7 go to the plate for the Padres, and they get 3 on the home run by Guzman. And Clayton Richard, a 13-game winner, over 200 innings on the year, will take them out. this afternoon. This getaway day game. Final game of the homestand. Down 3-0 on a Guzman home run. Kirk Gibson, let's take a look at his lineup this afternoon. It's changed a little bit. Eaton, Hill, Upton, Goldschmidt, Montero. That stays the same. Then Johnson hitting 6th, Ransom 7th. A.J. Pollock with that start in left field, and Tyler Skaggs hitting 9th. Clayton Richard trying to match a career high in wins today. He won 14 for the Padres back in 2010. And Adam Eaton takes a strike. Well, this guy at the plate's brought a lot of energy to the Diamondbacks since coming up on September 4th.
He really has, and I think it's still a learning process for him now that he's up here, getting to play every single day.
He's been a lot of fun to watch play over the last couple weeks. Even more fun to be in the dugout with him. He's a high intensity, angry leadoff man.
He bunts too hard though, and the play is made at first base by Alonso, and there's one away.
Boy, the idea was there, a great idea, but just a little bit too close to first base for Alonso, and like you said, bunted just a little bit too hard.
Take a look at the Padre defense. Behind Richard, Guzman, Maben, and Denorpia. With Headley at third. Perino has started short today. Forsythe, Alonso. Randall catching Richard. Maben patrolling center. As we said, it's his first start in this series. He's had a hot bat.
Yeah, his numbers are completely different from the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he was really struggling earlier.
He's had some injury problems also this season. And I think he's their leadoff hitter of the future. He's just got to figure out a way to figure this game out and not try to overthink when he's out there playing.
He got a new contract during spring training. There's a drive, deep left field by Hill. Did he get it? Yeah! That gets into that lead, 3-1. Aaron's 23rd of the year.
Yeah, you're not going to sneak a high fastball by Aaron Hill.
Boy, Jeff, how good has he been, huh, since he joined the Diamondbacks from Toronto?
Looks like a pretty good pickup and sign, huh?
A full home run. Another $150 going to Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association.
Heater up, out over the plate. Gets that top hand going and drives right through it. He's got some quick hands on that fastball.
Well, it's nice. You always like to bounce back with a run. When the opponent scores against you, you come right back with one, and you put a little thought process into the head of that starting pitcher. For Richard, that's the 27th home run he's given up this year. Again, we didn't have any home runs either the first two games. There's another hit for Upton into left field. Upton's been swinging a pretty good bat these last couple of games in particular, Gonzo.
Yeah, he really has. He's starting to hit some line drives now, and I think that's why Gibby's put him back up number 3 in the batting order since he's been swinging a hot bat.
Number 44,
So, home run and a base hit. Richard on August 25th. Pretty impressive numbers right there. He is 6'4", 245. And he has been their workhorse. They have only 2 pitchers, the Padres, in the rotation who have gone over 100 innings. Richard came in there with 202. Volquez, who pitched last night, 170.
One of those crafty left-handers, they find a way to sneak by and continue to pitch in the major leagues for a lot of years if they can throw strikes and be effective with their off speed.
Goldschmidt knew it is 40th double of the season last night. Want to know? How about the work ethic of this kid, huh?
If they all came out the way Paul Goldschmidt has, I think there'd be a bright future in baseball. This guy is humble, works as hard as anybody I've ever seen, and gets the job done on the field.
It's a hard ball to second. Forsythe takes it himself and gets the double play. 4-3. But the Diamondbacks get a run on the Hill home run, and they cut into the lead. Guzman of the Padres 3. Hill and the Diamondbacks 1. anything possible. Well, we're going to miss such sight for a week as the Diamondbacks take off after the ball game. Head to Denver, Colorado. They'll take on the Rockies for 4, and then over to San Francisco for a 3-game set with the first-place Giants. Tyler Skaggs back to work. Aaron Hill got him a run back after Skaggs gave up a 3-run homer in the first inning. 3-1 after 1, and Andy Perino, the number 8 hitter, steps in. Outside, we're joined in the broadcast booth again today by Jeff Blum, along with Luis Gonzalez, Greg Schulte. Perino pinch hit in the ball game last night. He's starting at short for Cabrera today.
Perino, I'm sorry, go ahead, Greg.
I was just going to say Perino hit into a double play against guess who?
Yeah.
Last
Ziegler.
night, yeah.
I think Skaggs here just needs to go right at the bottom of the order, 8 and 9. You got to go right at these guys. If they get hits, they get hits, but you got to attack the zone with these guys. Now he's trying to nibble here on the outside corner, trying to make spectacular pitches on these guys. You just got to go right at these guys. Let your defense do the work.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's feeling for it right now.
Skaggs pitched at both Mobile AA and AAA Reno this year. And a walk to start the inning. Second walk he's given up. Remember, the walk got him into trouble in the first inning with 2 men out. Now you got a pitcher up there who can sacrifice the man over.
Number 33, Clayton Richards.
He's just trying to be too fine now. He had a couple balls hit well against him in the first inning, and now he's pitching, trying to pitch away from contact, really.
Going to be staring a runner at second base, less than 2 outs, too.
Richards dropped down 6 sacrifices. Didn't swing, didn't offer, I should say, on the bunt attempt. Boy, this guy's big enough to hit the ball, isn't he? 6'4", 6'5", 245. He has 6 runs batted in and a pair of doubles.
And Johnson's charging early and hard.
Yeah, talk about that. How you determine, Jeff, a lot of time at third base. These situations can't be fun sometimes, can they?
Yeah, and this is an obvious bunt situation. I mean, early in the game, pitcher's up, man on first, nobody out. You know, the normal, regular bunt situation's on, but running in while the pitcher's delivering a ball head on into a hitter with a bat in his hands is not comforting at all. It's a good play.
Yeah, you got the out. He, I think, bobbled it momentarily, but he still had time to get the good throw to second base. A little low, but catchable for Ransom, and they got the force out.
PFP's at work right there.
Yeah, and Richards bunted it right back to the pitcher, and he got it. He almost took a little bit too much time to get it to second base. Nonetheless, they got the out.
Yeah, it's nice when it's bunted firm like that. He doesn't have to think too much. Just pick it up and throw it to second.
The Diamondbacks take that any day when you sacrifice a position player running the bases for the pitcher, right? Make him run the bases. So that goes 1-6. Out to Northview.
Boy, this is where he gets in trouble because he can't throw that curveball for a strike when he's falling behind on it all the time.
It's nice as a hitter to know that you can eliminate a couple pitches from the guy's repertoire when you get in the box with runners on.
And this guy at the plate has just owned the Diamondbacks throughout his career with a batting average. DeNorfia.
He's a tough guy to play third base against, too. He's got the speed. You got to play in on him.
Long run for Pollock. Long run for Pollock. Got there. Nice play. And that's out number 2 in the inning.
A nice job by Pollock getting to that ball. Went a long ways to go get it.
That's one of those balls off the bat again, Gonzo. He took that big swing, and your first reaction as an outfielder, maybe that ball was hit further, but that speed made up for it.
It is. When you're out there in the outfield, you got the number 1 or 2 hitter, you tend to relax a little bit. The 3, 4, 5 hitters, you back up on defense. There's just different guys in the batting order and their reputations. You know how to play these guys, or you try to figure them out.
So Forsythe will be the batter.
A ball like that last night would have went for a double, wouldn't it, if Quentin was out there?
Yeah, it was painful watching him run.
And he's a great player. Unfortunately, he's struggling a little bit right now with that knee injury.
Yeah, he was running like I feel.
This guy, Forsythe, has really hurt the Diamondbacks with his bat. And that one's all the way to the wall. Richard around third base. They're going to wave him in, and the ball goes over the cutoff man. And Richard will score on the RBI double by Forsythe. So just like that, the Padres get that run back, and they've got their 3-run lead, 4-1.
Another good pitch left out over the plate. Forsythe got a fastball over the outer half, stayed to the middle of the field, and Eaton picks it up and just airmails the cutoff, both cutoff men. So somebody will probably talk to him when he gets in the dugout to teach him to throw it down. Fortunately, Forsythe hit second, didn't take off for third. Goldie was back in that play up.
Don't want to make that third out at third.
And now here's Headley with a runner in scoring position for him, and he's driven in 104 this year. I don't know about you, but this Forsythe, what we've seen of him this year, he looks like he's a pretty good player, both offensively and defensively. He's hurt the Diamondbacks with his bat, and he's made some nice plays defensively.
Yeah, he made a great play last night against Kubel to steal that hit from him.
A lot of balls into the dirt here early and often for Tyler Skaggs. Montero's been busy behind that plate.
He can't find his curveball right now, so he's basically become a one-pitch pitcher. That and the changeup. There's only 2 pitches he's been able to throw over for strikes.
Jeff, you talked about it. Brad Burgesson gets up and starts to loosen, but kids like Skaggs, Corbin, they're playing that extra month in the season right now. That's a whole new ball game for them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's great to get the experience and get out there and show him what you can do. But at the same time, I'm sure that the season he's already put in under his belt between AA and AAA is starting to wear on him a little bit. That was a good pitch right there.
Yeah, and he got a pretty good hitter to fish for it. Strike out, first strikeout of the afternoon for Skaggs. But the Padres get another run. They're up by 3. You by Miller Lite. Rick Schulte, Luis Gonzalez, and joined by former Diamondback Jeff Blum. Look at Lake Havasu City and London Bridge. 4-1 Padre lead here as San Diego got 3 in the first. Came back with 1 in the second off Tyler Skaggs. Miguel Montero steps in here against left-hander Clayton Richard, who gave up a home run to Aaron Hill in the first inning. Diamondbacks actually hit some balls hard against Richard. He got a double play ball.
Yeah, he did. And Richard's best pitch is really his changeup.
Those numbers pretty impressive, guys, huh? Against the left hand. He started out so slow this year, hitting lefties, and he was shaking his head about it. His average was about 150. He says, I'm a better hitter against left-handers. And I guess he's proven that, especially of late.
Oh, and I think that road trip to San Francisco was when he really started turning it on and being real effective against these guys.
And he's got a hit here.
Those don't hurt either.
He is really turning into an all-around ball player, Miguel Montero.
Boy, this is when you know you're going good. You kind of get jammed on a pitch, you inside out it, shoot it right over the third baseman's head.
Well, I've been trying to talk Chris Johnson into a home run at Chase Field. He hasn't hit one yet. He's hit 6 for the ball club, ball on the road. And the ironic thing, Jeff, is he hit 8 home runs for Houston. They were all in Houston. And he's hit all of his home runs for the D-backs away from Chase Field. Go figure, huh?
That is kind of bizarre. You'd think he'd hit a majority of them in that good hitting it's NL Central. But CJ's a good hitter. He'll figure it out once he relaxes and gets in there consistently.
Well, you look at his season numbers overall, they're pretty good. 275. He's just 1 RBI shy of 70 total.
Yeah, he's a big part of the reason I'm up here in this booth. I was in Houston when he was coming up, and he did a great job swinging the bat, got himself a job in Houston with me, alongside me.
Now, he originally was not a third baseman. They moved him over to that spot. He played a lot of shortstop. Moved him over to third base. So I guess still in the infancy. He didn't move to third base until he got to Double-A ball.
Yeah, and he scuffled early on in his career at third base. A lot of the footwork issues. The ball gets on you pretty quickly down there at third base, and it's tough to make that adjustment, but he seems to be doing pretty good with it these days.
What's that one? Maybe. Next first goes Montero, 1 out.
Yeah, you've got to be a pretty good athlete to move from shortstop to third base.
Played some shortstop.
So what are you saying?
I was waiting for somebody to catch on to that.
I know. Absolutely. There's Cody Ransom. Dustin Upton was a shortstop in high school. Joined the Diamondbacks and eventually moved to the outfield.
Much like his brother. Played with BJ in Tampa Bay when he was coming up as a shortstop. He was extremely raw. He made a great transition into center field, just like Justin.
You played with a few teams over your career, didn't you?
Just a little bit, yeah.
And I think BJ and Justin's body types are a little bit different. BJ Upton, the older brother, is a little bit skinnier and wiry type. Justin's a little more bulky. He's more suited to play one of the corner positions in the outfield. He doesn't run quite as well as his older brother.
That's very true.
Broken bat in the center, maybe. Has it? Subway surprise standings on the line in the NL wild card. Of course, the Diamondbacks, everybody right now, they're chasing the Cardinals. And the Diamondbacks have seen Pittsburgh fall back to the 500 mark. They're even with them.
Look at there. We move one up on somebody, or we're tied with them, but at least we're not at the bottom of that, right on the ledge of the Subway sign.
Moving up is a good thing.
Yeah, you don't want to move down, or you prefer not to even stay. You just got to keep moving up somehow, some way. The Diamondbacks have been at the 500 mark more than any club in baseball this year. This is the 22nd time the Diamondbacks have been 500 in 2012. A.J. Pollock was named the MVP of that championship game, that Reno win over Pawtucket. Gets one down to third, and Headley goes to short route to second for the force on Montero. And that'll end the inning. So a leadoff hit wasted. After 2, it's 4-1 San Diego.
4-1. Brett Steinke joined by gold medalist for the U.S. Olympic team in London, Nick Toman, who did some college swimming at the U of A. But I have to ask you first, you're a big baseball fan. You grew up in Cincinnati. You're a Reds fan, is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. I've been pulling up the box score since I've been sitting here watching them play against the Cubs.
Take you back to the Summer Olympics in London. Your first Olympics, you win a gold medal in the 4x100 meter relay and a silver in the 100 meter backstroke. What a thrill that must have been.
Oh, you know, I've been trying to find words for the last 2 months to describe how I feel, and they still elude me.
Now, you trained down at the University of Arizona. Why is that such a mecca? We had a lot of swimmers from the state go to London and do very, very well.
Well, Frank Bush was the real reason I came out to University of Arizona. He was my coach out there for about 2.5 years, and he had built up a phenomenal program. And obviously, the results, speak for themselves.
You're wearing the gold medal, and I know that silver medal for individual means a lot to you. When you see that American flag raised and you hear the national anthem, I can't imagine what that must feel like. What was that experience like for you?
I still get goosebumps every time I think about it. Being on the podium in London in front of 18,000 people there, and then several million at home, just feeling the pride for my country, hearing my national anthem, singing my national anthem was just fantastic.
And no one makes it to the Olympics without an incredible group of support. This is Team Toman right here. Who you have with you today?
I've got my I've got my mom, my grandpa, and my Uncle Carl here. So yeah.
And you had the chance to throw out the first pitch. I know that must be nervous getting ready when you're on the blocks to the Olympic swimming pool, but what was that like?
It's a different kind of nerves. This thing I have not done very many times before. I did one Reds game a couple weeks ago, and it's still a little nerve-wracking getting out here in front of everybody.
Now, obviously, you were a great swimmer growing up. You played some baseball, other sports growing up?
I did play a little baseball until I was about in 6th grade. They would put me out in center field because I would just go run around and grab everything.
And again, congratulations. That gold medal is, you wear that well. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
Guys, we'll send it back to you. That is a special summer for this young man.
All right, thank you, Brad. Indeed. Skaggs gets a ground ball out by Yasmani Grandal to start the 3rd inning. And I think it's safe to say, guys, that he could use a quick inning here and a 1-2-3 inning after struggling the first couple.
Yeah, he really could. And he's got the first guy out now. Now the tough task is to try to get this guy who hit a 3-run homer earlier in the ball game.
And that was on an 0-2 pitch. Those are the kind that really hurt. 0-2. And as a hitter, you have to really love those when you get something to hit.
Yeah, it's nice to stick it to the pitcher every once in a while when he thinks he's got you in a great spot. 0-2.
Guzman. That's 2 outs. Our 3rd inning brought to you by Miller Lite. Visit local retailers. Text road trip to the Miller Tates team at 620 for your chance to win one of 3 inter-division rival flyaway trips.
More times than not, the pitch that gets the hitters out is the one right down the middle. You try to be too fine with these guys. He just got Guzman out. Same guy who hit the home run on a ball down in the strike zone. Try to overthink sometimes.
Leandro Alonso had a base hit to right field between Goldschmidt and Hill first time up. Padres had won the first 6 games here at Chase Field this season before the Diamondbacks won the first 2 games of this series by scores of 3-2 and 6-2.
There's that curveball once again, bouncing it in the dirt. Miggy takes a beating every time he can't get that curveball to reach the plate.
Yeah, you wonder if he's thinking about taking that one out of the rotation to save himself a little bit.
But that's his best pitch when he's going well, and unfortunately he can't utilize it right now.
Yeah, it's definitely his out pitch. If that's not working, it's going to make it tough for him.
And boy, these are the games when you don't have that pitch that you rely on so much. There's a base hit to left field with 2 men out that you have to really scramble and scratch and try and claw your way through it with your other stuff.
There's another instance right there. 3-1. You got to throw a fastball because you can't get anything else over. You don't want to walk the guy.
Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. 91-91 for both pitchers here today. The 2 lefties.
Alonso, left-handed hitter, couldn't get him out. He hasn't been able to get him out yet. 2 singles.
Yeah, he looks like he's a pretty good hitter, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is. But you got a tall, lanky left-hander on the mound, and you usually you're supposed to make it a little uncomfortable for the lefties. He's looked pretty good up there, hitting his first time up between first and second, and his second time up just hitting a line drive to left center field.
I think he's obviously a candidate for Rookie of the Year, but I still think that guy sitting in the Diamondback dugout, Wade Miley, with those 15 wins, is, well, he's our choice. We know that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Wade started out the season in the bullpen. Who would have, his numbers could have been greater if he'd have started the season in the rotation, maybe be a little bit closer to 17, 18 wins right now. But I think winning 15 games as a rookie is a phenomenal thing to do.
Eaton makes the catch. Deep center field out the bat of Mabe, and a hit with 2 outs by Alonso. He's left. 4-1 San Diego. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Heading down the river. Don't see any rapids yet, but we're rapidly ending up this homestand, aren't we? This game number 8. Diamondbacks 5-2, but trailing here today 4-1 to the Padres. Tyler Skaggs batting, looking for that first big league hit.
I'm sure he'd like to get it sometime soon, not have to carry into the offseason, worrying about trying to get your first big league hit.
That, and I think Corbin's taken most of the rookie pitcher hits.
Yep.
Yeah, but how about his last game, huh? 4 runs batted in with a triple and a single.
Not bad.
And a strikeout to start the inning. First of the ball game for Richard. There's Patrick.
There's 2 guys right there that have done pretty good at the plate as far as pitchers are concerned.
Yeah. Miley had 11 hits real quick. He's been searching for that 12 for a long time, though, now. Once the rest of the league found out he could handle the bat a little bit, they kind of pitched him a little tougher.
Yeah, you get that label, they start making adjustments on you.
Adam Eaton tried to bunt his way on first time up. And was out at first base.
Where Alonso's drawn in a little further now at first base after that first bunt attempt in the first inning.
And that's the thing with speed. Our quote of the game brought to you by Geico. Adam Eaton last night had his first big league run batted. It was a triple. Usually left center gap, hardest place to get a triple. Maybe down the left field line. If you can get a triple to the left center field gap, you got the horses going a little bit. And he strikes out here. And that ball was busted in on him. Let's take a look at that 3-bagger last night. Good sound off the bat, I guess.
Real good. Stayed on that ball. Goes the other way great. And he's obviously got the wheels. Looks like he started to peter out there a little bit, but dove in there with a nice triple.
That's Jeff Blum's speed back in your rookie year, right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, ages ago.
Yeah, how many career stolen bases?
You got to. Oh man, see, that's the problem. You get up here and guys start picking you apart. I'm still sitting on 19, looking for 20. It's going to be a while before we see that
19
turnover.
Looking for 20 home runs. How many? Is it 99?
Sitting on 99. Yeah.
99. Looking for 100.
Well, unless you want to take that. Unless you want to count that one that happened in
Did you ever lose
2005. You know what? Back in 2007 or 8, when I was in 2008, I think I was in Houston. I had a ball, replayed, and I tell you what, I scoured and eyeballed that thing for hours.
Well, an easy inning for Richard as he strikes out the side, including Hill, who had homered on him in the first inning. 4-1 San Diego.
Safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Well, we go to the fourth inning here at Chase Field. Greg Schodey, Luis Gonzalez joined in the booth by former D-back, 14-year major leaguer Jeff Blum, as he's joined us for the telecast here today. And Tyler Skaggs back to work here, Jeff, in the fourth inning. First 2 innings struggled a little bit. Third inning a little bit better, and I know he's hoping to continue that here.
Yeah, we'd like to see that continue and keep that run total down and give the guys on the offense a chance to come back, score some runs, and sneak back into this thing and win it.
And important in this inning, he's got 8 and 9, Perino, and then the pitcher Richard, and then back around to the top of the order in Denorfia.
Be a good time to shut him down.
Yeah, the problem is Clayton Richards really gotten in a groove too, pitching out there for the Padres.
Yeah, he's their ace. And now working with a 3-run lead. Actually had that in the first inning. When with 2 men out, Skaggs walked Headley, gave up a hit to Grandal, and then Guzman on an 0-2 pitch hit a 3-run homer. Back toward the middle, and nice play. Ransom to throw, not in time, as he pulled Goldschmidt off the bag. Cody did a good job of even getting to that ball. Perino runs pretty well, and he's got an infield hit.
Yeah, it's a good play up the middle. It's tough. Catch that ball on the run. Looked like he caught it in the heel of his glove a little bit. Made the transition to his bare hand. Made it a little bit tougher than he probably wanted it to be.
Now Richard up there in another bunt situation. Tried to last time in the second inning, but Skaggs made a nice play and got a fielder's choice at second.
Boy, Chris Johnson's really in tight over at third base. Sometimes these pitchers will do the slash play if they see those guys playing in.
Yeah, that's a third baseman's worst nightmare. You see that happen. First move I always made was that glove straight to the face, protect the chicklets.
And one play out. Sacrifice is good this time. That's the 7th of the season for Richard.
When the pitcher relies heavily on the catcher, Miguel Montero yelling 1-1-1-1 right out of the gates, just to let that pitcher know exactly where he's got to go when he picks the ball up, so he doesn't have to take a peek. He just goes right to the bag that the catcher calls.
Yeah, you want to eliminate all thought process from that pitcher's mind. Makes things a lot easier.
Now 2 of the hottest Padres hitters against the Diamondbacks this season. Over the next 2 batters, Denorfia and Forsythe, with that runner in scoring position.
Well, I tell you, the first 3 hitters in the batting order for the Padres are going to be sad that this game's over and they're not going to see the Diamondbacks the rest of the season.
Yeah. Ball down to third. Johnson looks the runner back. Throws Denorfia out, 2 down. Well, Skaggs got Denorfia 3 times today. But you know, guys, that when you're batting for the 3rd time in the 4th inning, you've done a little damage offensively in a ball game, don't you?
Seeing a lot of pitches, getting a lot of ABs.
There's Forsythe, who hit a ringing double that scored the pitcher Richard from first base in the 2nd inning.
Be nice to see Skaggs put him away with 2 outs here and end this inning with no runs.
Forsythe was the 46th overall pick, a supplemental round selection for the Padres back in 08. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, still makes his home there. University of Arkansas, Fayetteville.
Tried to go with the changeup down in the strike zone. Now he's falling behind 2-0.
Tough to get those guys to fish after a changeup down in the zone if you can't get your fastball over and establish that early.
Oh, and he can't pitch around this guy because the guy behind him is just as dangerous.
That's a
Chase
huge
Headley.
Hey, should get him. Eden in center. Has it. Back-to-back shutout innings for Skaggs. Does a nice job with the runner at second, 1 out. Gets out of it. Still 4-1 San Diego. Who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or facebook.com/valleychevy. Jack in the Box. Get the All-American Jack combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores. Valley Hyundai. Justin Upton takes a pitch down low and outside, ball 1. as we go to the 4th inning. Clayton Richard coming off a 1-2-3 third inning in which he struck out the side. As Gonzo and Jeff Blum, who's joining us here in the booth today, said he's starting to settle in. And this guy has got 25 decisions, 13 wins, decent ERA, over 200 innings, so he's their workhorse. Another hit for Upton. Maven over to cut it off, does a good job. Upton's trying for 2, and he makes it with good speed. That was a gamble down by 3, but Justin thought he could make it, challenged Maven, and got in there before the 10.
Could be the spark we need to get this thing going.
Yeah, and I think when Justin got to first base, he saw Maven had to take the couple extra steps, threw it into another gear. I'm just impressed the way Upton's really swinging the bat right now, not trying to lift balls, stand on a line. Right before he gets to first base, he makes that decision that he's going to try to go for 2, just as he saw Maven kind of gradually going for that ball in left center field.
Well, that's 4 hits now off Richard, 2 by Upton. And here's Goldschmidt, who could make this a little bit more interesting.
Right man, right spot right now, the way he's swinging the bat against lefties.
You talk about Goldie against lefties, he's got a .348 average.
It's been a while, guys, since he's hit a home run, though, back on August 16th. So a little over a month ago, and 98 at-bats. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game today. That a little surprising? I mean, he's still swinging the bat okay, but just balls haven't been flying out right now for him.
You guys must not have faced Lincecum in the last trip to San Fran.
3-0.
Well, the thing about Goldie, when he's not going good, he takes his walks too. So you don't notice those long slumps because you usually see him out on the base paths.
And his average has stayed up there. I mean, he's still hitting .283 and 40 doubles, so 71 runs batted in. So even though the balls haven't been flying out of the ballpark, he's been productive. That's his 55th walk. Good start here.
And you forget he's such a young player. Taking pitches early in the count that are just off the plate with the guy in scoring position. A lot of times young players are a little more aggressive, trying to drive in that run and prove to their manager that they're the guy to hit in that spot and drive in runs. But more guys on base means more opportunities for the guys behind you.
Now Montero at the plate. Miggy looped one over the head of the third baseman Headley. His first at bat. And that batting average, you see 358 runners in scoring position, among the best in the National League. And that's what he's got right here.
Boy, Rich tried to come in under his hands on a fastball just off the plate.
358, Montero leading the National League. Posey second at 354. Then McCutcheon of Pittsburgh 336. So you definitely have the right guy up there in the situation. Back at the mound, they could get a triple play. No, they get 2. Goldschmidt got caught easily off first base, and Upton did scramble back to second. That's tough base running play there, isn't it?
It is. You kind of get caught off guard because you see a line drive off the bat, and you hope that it goes up the middle. It almost got to Richard like a changeup. It was hit. Got off of Miggy's hands. It wasn't really barreled up.
And it's tough at first base too, because you're thinking breaking up double play balls and things like that. So it's a really tough read.
Well, now 2 outs for Chris Johnson. And now it's going to take something big here to get that run in. It looked like a good inning going. First 2 had reached. You're down by 3, and then all of a sudden that double play really knocks the sails down on you. 0-2 now on Chris Johnson.
Well, you're right. With nobody out, first and second, and within 1 pitch, you got 2 outs and a man on second. Be nice to get CJ to get a big 2-out hit right here.
Be nice if he could find that big gap in left center field. Playing him way over to the right side on the outfield.
Richard's only thrown 42 pitches in this ball game, and 28 of those have been strikes. He is quietly developing into one of the better left-handers in the National League. All right, let's go to our key. I don't know what you guys came up with. Let's see. Right needs to get left.
Well, we talk about our right-handed hitters. They need to get left. Get this left-hander. The D-backs are #1 in the major leagues with a .280 batting average, and that's our right-handed hitters are hitting .280 off of lefties. That's first in the majors.
Ball pulled foul past third base. Well, 3 of their 4 hits in this ball game have been by right-handers. A home run by Hill, the single and double by Upton. Montero, the left-handed hitter, had a base hit in the second inning. Boy, that's minimal work right there, guys.
Yeah, it is. Anytime you can stay under 15 to 20 pitches an inning, you're doing all right.
Foul into the seats.
And you can tell by his pitch count, 30 strikes in the zone. You know he's going to be aggressive in the zone with his pitches. So as a hitter, you know, in your hitter meetings, you're going to notice that fact and see his tendencies and probably step into the box anticipating seeing a pitch early in the count to hit. Just not finding the holes.
There's a hit. Here comes Upton, and he'll score without a throw. And Chris Johnson comes through. That's big right there. That makes it 4-2. That really lifts you back up.
Yeah, it would have been a shame to get out of that inning without scoring a run right there.
Well, good for him. He had 2 strikes on him. He battled. And Key came through.
Nice piece of hitting. Got a fastball down in the zone. Just stayed on it.
Well, you guys have been in that dugout. Those 2-out hits like that, they're really big, aren't they? They really lift the whole ball club up.
Yeah, they can lift you up.
Well, it demoralizes the pitcher, too, because he's got 2 outs. He's 1 pitch or 2 pitches away from getting out of the inning. Next thing you know, they're scoring a run.
Oh, Johnson he was beat over there, but he just got the back foot in. They had him. They would have had him.
It's a good balk move right there.
Yeah.
We had everybody in the stadium thinking he was going to home.
With Ransom at the plate, the #7 hitter. Skaggs spot a couple of spots away. The Diamondbacks going to get their bullpen going, it would appear. And Sherlock on the phone. If they get to Skaggs' spot, most likely a pinch hitter. Ferguson was up earlier. That's going to get out of play. Alonso's arm just not quite long enough.
Well, we talked about that pickoff move that Richard had earlier. Boy, CJ, he don't know what to do out there at first base. He's dancing around. He's going to the plate and he's moving towards first base.
Yeah, it's a tough move for guys like us who aren't too fleet of foot. The last thing you want to do is get picked off at first base to end an inning.
And as a young player, if you're not sure, you take a shorter lead and make sure he's going to the plate, and then you get a good secondary lead, which is as the ball's coming to the plate, you shuffle off as far as you can get. You don't want to stay out there too far, especially if you're uncomfortable.
And you know, Richard right now is thinking, gee, if I could pick him off, then I could face Ransom next inning, because right now he's a tying run of the play.
That's a good point. He probably tried that early on in the count just to see if he could catch him sleeping a little bit, not anticipating the pick off that early in the count.
Well, he gives you a lot of upper body look, doesn't he, when he comes in with that baseball?
He does, and he's trying to stay down in the zone. He doesn't want to make a mistake here and leave something up. He knows the power of Cody Ransom could hit one out of here.
Remember that home run Cody hit last year against Kershaw, beat the Dodgers. Ground ball right side. Forsythe has it. Throws him out, but a big 2-out hit. Upton got things going with a double. His second hit of the ball game, and then with 2 men out, Chris Johnson comes through with an RBI single to cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. Dealers are online at valleyhyundaidealers.com. Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Valley Hyundai. Your Valley Hyundai dealers are online at valleyhyundaidealers.com. Sedona, Arizona. 4-2 Diamondbacks trailing the San Diego Padres. Chris Johnson, though, a big 2-out RBI single to play Justin Upton. Well, it looked like Diamondbacks might not score in that inning. They had the first 2 on and then a double play ball, but CJ came through. Got the Diamondbacks a little closer. Now it's up to Tyler Skaggs to try and put his 3rd consecutive goose egg up there against San Diego.
Well, that was at least a good sign to at least scratch 1 run out there in the bottom half of the 4th. You got one of them back. Now it got a couple more opportunities here following up the 5th inning to try to get some more runs.
Let's take a look at our Nissan text poll. Which of these third basemen would you want starting for your team? Beltre, Headley, Wright, Cabrera. Well, the worst defender in that group is the last guy, Cabrera. So, I mean, if you're looking for all around, that's Beltre, veteran. Headley's had a great year. Wright has been probably as consistent.
Well, that's a good question. The guys in the truck are working hard today. That truck ought to be smoking right now in the back.
It's good to see. I think they're trying to impress me.
Well, A, B, C, or D.
Yeah, I'd take any one of those guys, but just being a fan of Miguel Cabrera and what he's doing this year, I think it'd be a lot of fun to watch him on a daily basis to see how he gets it done.
Well, he's put some unbelievable numbers up there. How about Skaggs now? It's his 2nd strikeout, and he's gotten Headley twice.
I was going to say, Gibby throws him out there for his 3rd consecutive, hopefully consecutive goose egg inning against the middle of their order. Shows a little faith in the kid and see what he can do and battle through. I know that he's hit it in 2nd and at the bottom of the inning, so maybe that has something to contribute to it too.
Miss up high ball 1-2. Grandal, who has singled and scored a run, grounded to short.
Well, it's good for these young guys to get challenged a little bit. You know, they go through a lot of this adversity. Only makes them that much better in their career if they learn from it.
Boy, Miggy's had a lot of balls in the dirt today. Montero, by the way, this is his 18th consecutive start at catcher, extending his franchise record. The previous longest consecutive game started streak by a Diamondback catcher had been Damian Miller and Kelly Stinnett. They'd each started 11 in a row. Stinnett back in '98, the Diamondbacks expansion year. Miller 2000, so Miggy has well surpassed that.
And I'm sure if we didn't have those consecutive that week where we had 3 or 4 off days, that streak would have been snapped already. But the simple fact that he's been able to rest his legs on those days.
It was a solid hit to left by Grandal.
He's been able to go out there and play.
All right, now we go from our text poll question, Jeff. We do trivia here. It's AT&T sponsored. The only rookie pitcher this season with 200-plus strikeouts. You're responsible for this.
I don't even know who the rookie
pitchers
are.
God, you don't even want to ask.
Gonzo has been struggling on this.
Between the two of us, this is going to be interesting.
Don't even look my way.
It's not him.
I was going to say that it'd be too easy.
But he leads rookie pitchers in wins with 15. We will tell you that. Guzman hit a 3-run homer on an 0-2 pitch with 2 out in the 1st inning. Got the Padres off and running. Usually, Jeff, you are allowed one quick question to the truck, and that could be National or American League. That might help you out a little bit.
It's interesting. I mean, the rookie term you got to define rookie.
Rookie.
Is it Ichiro was a rookie? Wasn't he rookie the year 1 year?
Yeah, an MVP in 2001.
Yeah. So you can use that term.
So you can go for Darvish. Is that what you're saying?
It might be a good call.
Hey, you guys.
New guy snuck in there.
Yeah, about that.
Do I get the assist on that one, Gonzo?
You can have it. You can have it.
Gonzo was thinking Jared Weaver.
Yeah. Believe me, my headset was blowing up yesterday. The fans at home couldn't hear anything, but the guys in the truck were killing me yesterday during the trivia. There it is. There it is.
He got buzzed
Get
a lot.
used to that sound?
Yeah.
Pretty good pitch. Could have gone either way.
I think Skaggs thought he had it.
The governor even wrote the answer down for me, and my peepers aren't as good as they used to be. I couldn't even see over that far.
Well, 3-1 here. Skaggs, I think, thought differently than Paul Nart, the home plate umpire, on that call.
Be a big pitch against this guy right here.
Well, that was a good curveball. I don't know how far in that must have been.
Yeah, but when you haven't been pounding the zone, so to speak, all night long, you're not going to get those close calls.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're not going to get those pitches.
And that's probably going to be it for Skaggs. Maybe not. Just talking to him. You would think Bergeson is ready and has been ready. The left-hander Alonso is the batter, so they've.
Yeah, I think having a left-handed hitter in there has a lot to do with it.
Good leave him in.
That's good to see. Gibby's showing some faith in the kid.
A lot of times he'll go out there and he just likes to. And you've been in these conversations, Jeff, where that manager wants to look that pitcher in the eye and see what he's got and maybe hear the right answer.
That's exactly it. I think Gibby goes out there and wants to see what kind of answer he gets from the kid. He wants those guys to want the ball, and Gibby knows the guy's personalities. He knows how far he can push them, and even though it may not look like a position to succeed, I think it really could be a good chance for Skaggs to go out there and prove to him that he can handle the situation when called upon.
I think Alonso was swinging for the long one there.
Yeah, I think he was anticipating that heater. I don't think he anticipated it up around his neck though. Good move for him swinging at that.
He's flied to right, or excuse me, single to right, single to left. Foul back. He's come right after him, challenged him, and
now it's going to be interesting. He's got him 0-2. See if he tries to put him away with anything or use a curveball in the dirt to set something else up. Come back inside. He's got some options with an 0-2 count.
One out here. Maben, a right-handed batter next. This is still a very tight ball game, 4-2 here. This becomes an important hitter, an important inning.
Well, I think he's got to stay in under his hands. Can't leave it out over the plate.
It's a great call.
Pollock's going to get it. Catch the tag. I'm going. Nice throw into third base by Pollock. Strong throw.
Great call, Gonzo. You could see, got to an 0-2 count. Viewers at home couldn't see Adam Eaton, the center fielder, move a little bit to our right-hand side of the bag. So that might have been a key to the fact that they were going to set up trying to get him out inside, and they did a good job, made his pitch, and got the out.
Yeah, you definitely don't want those big left-handed hitters to get extended, especially against a left-hander with 2 strikes. He's looking out over the plate, try to hit something out up the middle or the other way, and he did a great job of keeping it in under him.
Now he's got the responsibility again. Cameron Maben, the right-handed hitting center fielder who last time up hit a ball pretty deep to center, but Eaton made the catch. Ground ball back to the mound.
Very nice.
Not a bad job by the kid. After a tough couple of first innings, he blanks the Padres over the next 3. Gibby's showing a little faith in Tyler Skaggs, and he comes through for it. Keeps this a tight ball game. 4-2 San Diego. D-backs and Padres here. Fun times as always out of the RamTrucks.tv pool. And the crowd out watching today. Day game. Chilling. Having some beverages, a little food, a little dip into the pool, watch a baseball game.
Very tame crowd today out there.
Looks like a good time out there. You could really stuff your belly out there, huh?
Yes, sir. AJ Pollock leading off, and he fouls one back. On deck, it's Jake Elmore, who's going to bat for Skaggs. Pollock just called up yesterday from Reno. He had a superb season, helped the Aces to the AAA championship. I know Skaggs disappointed with the 4 he gave up, but he kept the Diamondbacks in this game. This could be a tough play. Perino with a quick release, and he got Pollock on a nice play. Diamondback fans, 2013 schedule's been released. Season ticket package is now available for purchase. Become a season ticket holder today. Enjoy all the benefits, including exclusive player access, early entry into Chase Field. That's to watch batting practice. The opportunity to exchange unused tickets. And the priority to purchase tickets to the 2013 World Baseball Classic. Become a season ticket holder now. Call 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. I hope you had a chance to hear the interview before the ball game with this young man, Jake Elmore, Adam Eaton, and Ryan Wheeler.
Good to see Jake up here. Great kid. Plays hard and works hard.
Yeah, you spent a little time in Reno when you were rehabbing. This ground ball was short. Reno's got this one and he throws him up. I'm
going to stop saying that about guys.
2 quick outs here in the inning.
You've played with a lot of guys in this league, haven't you?
I say I got last 2 years I got to know this organization really well from top to bottom.
Well, they had something special going on in Reno this year, huh? Among the other minor league teams in the organization.
Yeah, AAA, AA, and Pioneer League.
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, the next 5-6 years for this ball club are going to be fun to watch.
Adam Eaton takes a strike.
Something to be said for winning championships at the lower levels too. Really encourages that bonding between those guys and playing well and understanding what it's like to play under pressure no matter what level you're at.
Alonso will flip to the pitcher covering. You saw how quick they had to get over there. Richard actually tripped on the bag, but 1, 2, 3 for Richard here, easily in the 5th inning. Kiosk right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. Make sure you have tickets for next weekend's home series with the Cubs. You can get a ticket to any of the 3 Cubs games for just $19 with the D-backs Pepsi Max Value Pack. That Value Pack includes a lower-level bleacher ticket, regular-size hot dog, 24-ounce Pepsi, and a free bottle of Pepsi Max, all for just $19. Call now 602-514-4400 or buy it online at dbacks.com/value. Brad Bergeson comes on to pitch. A right-hander making his 15th Diamondbacks appearance. And a fly ball to center. Eaton coming on. He's there. Whoa. Fell in front of him for a base hit.
That's what you were talking about earlier on that big swing. His first step was back. Didn't have enough time to make that adjustment and run in and make the play.
He threw that one down just over the outer half of the plate. Got a big swing on it.
Heavy sinker off the end of the bat.
About Perino starting this ball game today for Cabrera, and he's been on base all 3 times with a walk, infield hit, and that little dinker right there. And Richard up to bunt again. He's been successful once and not successful once.
If you got a guy hitting in the 8 spot in the batting order that can swing the bat a little bit, he's going to get his hits, because those pitchers want to go right after those guys, try to get those quick outs. 7, 8, 9 in the batting order.
A lot of day baseball today around the majors. 2 finals in the American League, 4 other National League games going on, and this one also. But Ferguson one play at first. Throws to Goldschmidt. Sacrifice good. Second of the game for Richard, and that runner in scoring position with 1 out. For the top of the order.
Very nice bunt by Richard. Nice play by Ferguson just to get to the ball and get it over to first base. Take the easy out.
More important to shut Padres down here in the 6th inning. This is still a very close ball game at 4-2.
Yeah, it's nice when your pitcher can bounce off the mound and make the play. It takes a lot of the pressure off the first baseman, who's holding on a pretty quick runner in Perino. It's tough for the first baseman to vacate early and get in there and allow the runner at first base to take an extra couple steps off the bag.
Now you got to make good pitches, try to minimize this team from not scoring another run here. D-backs have it within 2 runs with the top of their order coming up after first out was made by Eaton to end the inning. The last out, excuse me, to end that inning. So then they're going to have 2, 3, 4 coming up in the batting order.
That was a check swing that actually glanced off the bat as a foul tip strike. Hitter's got to hate that when he's trying to get out of the way and that ball hits off the bat.
They're trying to get out of the way, and it goes into fair territory after.
Oh, man.
Or a half check.
Foul ball. Ooh, boy.
Nice call, Kerwin.
Yeah. Nice close down there.
Yeah, we caught a break on that swing.
I mean, that was close. Oh, but he got it right.
Very nice. Might have been a fair ball in the NFL, huh? Some of those guys.
Diamondbacks with this crowd today go over the 2 million mark in season attendance. Line drive, that is a fair ball. That'll get a run in. And Denorpia will spin around to second base with an RBI double.
I think he wasn't happy about that pitch location at all.
Denorpia tried the left field line, just missed, so he figured, let me try the right field line.
I would figure he's involved in Padres scoring, huh?
Yeah, that ball was right down the middle. Inside out swing.
That's all you're trying to do with 2 strikes. Stay inside the ball, put the ball in play, make things happen.
And you look at that swing, there was no lift to it. He was either trying to get jammed, stay on the line, stay on the same path as the ball. Got a base hit, traded places with the runner for a double, RBI double.
And it's a 3-run lead again, 5-2. Forsythe has an RBI double today, 1 for 3. Hasn't done a whole lot with runners in scoring position this year.
Boy, Bergeson's thrown some good pitches right down the middle to some of these hitters.
Good pitches from them, not him.
Yeah.
0-2 count. Eaton on the run over there and makes the catch. Pinocchio stays at second, 2 down. With Chase Headley, the Padres third baseman, coming to the play. Let's update our Nissan text poll. How that's running with the fans. Which of the third baseman would you want starting for your team? We gave you 4 different answers. Beltre, Headley, Wright, Cabrera. Right now, Wright is in the lead. Really can't go wrong with any of those 4, can you?
Wow. David Wright.
Yeah. Going with the whole package. He seems to be pretty exciting on the defense and offensive end.
You know, he's still not that old, and he already holds a lot of Mets offensive records. Not about right.
Playing in some tough ballparks too. Shea early on, and then
the new Citi Field,
the larger version of Citi Field.
Yeah, they've shortened it up a little bit this year for him. Not just for him, but
he definitely took advantage of it.
Well, the Padres have 1 in the inning. Ferguson trying to hold it to that 1 run, but he's gone 3-0 here on the switch hitting Chase Headley.
We better be careful here. He may be swinging with a 3-0 count, especially with his ball club up 5-2.
What do you think he is?
He's got to be.
I would think so.
He was. Fouled it. Upper deck.
As good as he is with the runner in scoring position, 3-0 count where he has to, doesn't necessarily have to throw a strike, but good gambler would have put money on that one.
Going into this season, I don't think the Padres really expected this kind of production out of Headley. I think they were hoping that he would continue to develop. He's going to get another run batted in. 105 on the year. Boy, that was a very hittable pitch. He just took it the other way. Didn't try to do too much with it.
Well, I think Bergeson right now just can't hit any spots. He's throwing everything right down the middle. The 3-0 pitch was a good pitch that Headley had just missed. That's just a running fastball, and it runs right out into the barrel of a left-handed hitter.
And that's what you were saying earlier. Ball out over the plate, something he could get extended on and drive. You got to wonder, 3-1, runner on base, first base open. Might have been a good time to waste one and try things with Grandal.
Yeah, rookie switch hitter, left-handed batter. 2 in the inning, and now a 6-2 San Diego lead, which is their largest lead of this ball game. They had one time led 4-1.
Boy, you're not lying about that sinker just laying out up over the plate. There's no depth to it at all, just flattening out and staying out over the plate for these guys.
Yeah, they're all about thigh high. Those lefties like that pitch.
Right into Brian Shaw, up loose in for the D-backs.
Nothing like a hanging heater out over the plate with guys on base.
Two in the inning. 6-man to bat is Grandal for the Padres. That's Nice play, Goldschmidt. Bergeson gets over, takes the toss. And Goldschmidt saved another run right there with a play way behind the bag. Padres get 2, another RBI by Headley. Those are the 3 coming up. By Miller Lite, Aaron Hill got the Diamondbacks on the board in the first inning with his 23rd of the year. And that made it a 3-1 ball game. Padres get 3 in the first off Skaggs. They now lead 6-2. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Hill, Upton, and Goldschmidt against left-hander Clayton Richard, who's shooting for a career-high tying 14th win. Hill struck out last time up after the home run. And now with 70 runs batted in, 79 runs scored. Need base runners. It was a 2-run game going into the 6th inning, but now a 4-run San Diego lead. Strike.
Richards continues to hit his spots on his pitches.
He's doing a great job of staying down in the zone.
Over the pitcher's head. Perino's been busy at short. Nice play there. Down, 1 out.
He's made some pretty good plays for not being out there every day.
3 of the last 4 plays have come his way. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. Well, the Diamondbacks would love a 6 up there. Padres have one. They'd like to match that.
Boy, and this guy seems to have found his stroke the last couple days.
First pitch swinging deep to right field. Back to Norfield. Leaps, can't get it. And Upton's going to go to third base and be there with another at bat coming here. A chance for a cycle. He is now single, doubled, and tripled today.
Yeah, base hit to left, double to center, triple to right. Get him that 4th at bat and see where that homer goes.
Well, I think he's finding his swing. He's just nice and easy. He's not trying to do too much.
Yeah, there's no panic in that swing right now.
Once that ball started back away from Denorfia, it was an easy triple for Justin. And now Goldschmidt, the batter. Swing and a miss. Just to give you an idea how hot Upton is right now, he's reached base in 10 of his last 15 plate appearances. 2 walks, 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, and a couple of singles. And to right field, a hit for Goldschmidt. Long single, nice play by Denorfia, but he gets the run in. It's 6-3.
A nice job by Goldie, just going with the pitch, staying out there, going the opposite way.
And his first two hitters this inning, pretty good hitting approach.
Doing a great job. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit, but not trying to do too much with the guy at third base, less than 2 outs. Taking what the pitcher gave him and actually drove that ball real well down the right field line.
Well, we definitely need to get this offense going because we're heading into Coors Field. You never know how many runs you got to score over there.
Here's Montero now. Well, I know one guy who's going to be happy to go to Coors Field, and that's Miguel Montero. He's had great numbers in his career against the right. That skips away. That'll move Goldschmidt into scoring position. Will's coming off here a little bit for Richard this inning. And here's where you really have to capitalize, guys, when he's struggling like this.
He stayed down in the zone. This time he just tried to overthrow. Fastball down, trying to stay away from him. It almost looked like he's telling him he wants to come in.
Yeah, catching ain't easy, and Grandal looked like he tried to be a shortstop, trying to pick it one-handed right there and putting his pitcher in a tough spot with the guy at second base.
Miggy wasn't looking. He was telling him, wiping across his chest, come in there.
Diamondbacks today have done pretty well with runners in scoring position. Got a chance here. Montero, the best batting average, runners in scoring position in the National League heading into this ball game. He's got a hit today, 1 for 2. A little floater here. And it falls. There's a throw. And they still got him at first base. Good play by Headley. Stayed with it. And even with Richard and he bumping, Headley was able to make the play.
Yeah, you don't see this play happen too often. Miggy got jammed pretty good, but Headley stayed with it. Did a good job of avoiding that big body in Richard.
Well, Richard actually did a pretty good job of getting out of the way because most lefties are a little clumsy out there. They would have collided with a third baseman and would have avoided to make that play over at first.
Yeah, that's good court awareness.
That's right.
Here's CJ now. Chris Johnson, who had a big 2-out hit, run producing single in the 4th inning. The drive in his 70th run of the year.
We can use another one of those 2-out hits.
Yeah, you'd cut that lead back to 2 again. Diamondbacks have plated one here in the 6th. They made this a 6-3 ball game. One and one. Johnson came over from Houston. Boy, he made his teammates appreciate him real quick with that road trip he had, joining the Diamondbacks in L.A. Hit his first home run and his second at bat. It was a grand slam. Ended up hitting 5 on that road trip. 5 home runs.
That's how you make a big impact when you get traded over. Guys are wondering who you are. You let them know real quick.
Yeah, make them remember your name.
He's nice in the hole here, 1 and 2.
Have him finish strong here through the season 2.
Ground ball gets by. He did it again. How about Chris Johnson? 2 big run-producing 2-out singles in this ball game. It's 6-4. Snuck that one by Perino, Gonzo.
Yeah, he really did. I'm surprised that Perino was playing that far in the hole. Nice job by CJ just to stay inside. Kind of draws his hands in, gets enough of it, hits it hard. Perino with a diving effort just misses.
Yeah, I was a little surprised they were playing him that much to pull 2. Usually with 2 strikes as a middle infielder, you try and adjust a little bit knowing that the hitter is going up there with 2 strikes, trying to stay inside the ball, trying to hit that ball at the middle and try and stay on the pitch. But Perino is still playing deep in the hole. It short and allowed that ball to get up the middle and keep this 2-out rally going.
A 2 back for the Diamondbacks after the Padres have gotten 2 in this inning. It's 6-4 again.
Oh, and this guy can pop one out of here and tie the game up real fast.
Cody's hit 10 on the year between the Diamondbacks and Milwaukee. 39 runs batted in.
He's thinking the same thing on that swing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was going for it.
Here's a guy who's persevered over the years. A lot of minor league games. Some cups of coffee. A lot of at-bats this year for him. Over 200. And again, Richard has Chris Johnson kind of perplexed over there at first base. Padres have Lane, the left-hander, Brock, the right-hander, heating.
Boy, Richards made a lot of pitches this inning.
Yeah, and he's still only at 76 in the ballgame.
Good take, put himself back in a decent count when Clayton's got to make a pitch right here.
Facially reminds you a little bit of Gonzo, your former teammate Matt Manti, who we saw here at the alumni game. Clayton Richard. Nice pitch there. Tied him up inside 2-2.
That ball just on the inner edge. We always say painting the black there. He got him right on the black.
Yeah, said he had to make a pitch, and he did. Make a mistake right here.
Down to third. Heather lays back, gets the nice hop throws. Got him. Inning over. The Diamondbacks get a pair, and it started with Upton again. He got a triple, and he is now only a home run shy of the cycle. It's a new ball game again. 6-4 San Diego. Roll back the clock with the first ever alumni game. You'll hear from Luis Gonzalez, Matt Williams, plus former D-back first baseman Travis Lee talks about his time with the team and making D-backs history. Don't miss the 10th inning presented by CenturyLink this Sunday at 3:15, only on Fox Sports Arizona. We enter the 7th. Brian Shaw comes on to pitch for the Diamondbacks. This becomes a big inning again after the Diamondbacks had found themselves down 6-2, going to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning after the Padres had scored a couple off Bergeson. They bounced back with 2 to make it a 2-run game again. And it'll be Guzman, Alonso, and Maben. Shaw starts off with a breaking ball, gets it over for strike 1.
Well, the D-backs are running out of time. They got to find a way to hold these guys down and come back out and score some runs.
Shaw was sent back out earlier this season to work on his secondary pitches. It was cutter after cutter after cutter. And he came out here first pitch. Got the breaking ball over. And now he's 0-2 on the hitter. Misses up high. Despite that time in the minor leagues, this is his 58th game on the big league level this year. Guzman's got the big hit in this ball game. That was a 3-run homer in the first inning with 2 out. He's got a ground ball here back toward the middle. Hill, a nice play. And he retires Guzman 1 away. Our tools of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. Here it is in the first inning.
Boy, and he got a nice swing off there. Miggy tried to stand up with an 0-2 pitch. Skaggs left it a little too far down. He wanted it higher up in the zone.
A few things happened on that. As you said, the ball was up. It was an 0-2 pitch, and there were 2 men out. Not a good combination.
Yeah, I mean, and Blummer, you know, I think you want a guy to chase a pitch, but more times than not, you're going to want him to chase something down or off the plate. Every time I see a guy stand up, like want that pitch high, the umpire, first of all, turns himself off. He doesn't think that you're going to throw a strike. And then sometimes the hitter might even see the shadow of you standing up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into that. I mean, it's also the release point for the pitcher, too. I mean, you're not teaching a pitcher to pitch up in the zone. So for him to throw a ball up in the zone, he's got to alter something in his delivery. And more often than not, if you see a pitch up in the zone as a hitter, your next guess is he's going to try and throw something down in the zone later to get me to fish after it. I understand the point that they're trying to change the plane, but sometimes that can backfire a little bit in the losing the release point and leaving something out over the plate the next pitch.
3-1 count here on Alonso. And he walked him, ball 4.
You got to try to avoid those walks, especially when your teams come out and scored 2 to try to get you back in this game.
Center fielder Cameron Maven.
Start walking guys late in the game, you get yourself in trouble.
Especially this late in the game, battling back, like you said, running out of time.
Maven tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, 0 for 3. 2 fly ball outs and a comebacker.
Don't want to try and overdo it. Shaw has such a good cutter that he doesn't have to do too much with it or try and put it on a corner, try and dazzle anybody with it. He's got such movement at such velocity that he could just put it on half of the plate and be okay with it.
Ball and a strike. Ten San Diego hits in this ball game, 8 for the D-backs. Nice ball behind Maben now, 2-1. Road trip will begin tomorrow night in Denver, Colorado at Coors Field. Diamondbacks and Rockies playing 4. Games are running out, unfortunately, for the Diamondbacks. There's a shot to right. Upton back. It's over his head against the fence. Alonso will get to third and no further. He didn't run very well. And it's second and third here with 1 man out against Shaw.
Ball was elevated.
Left it up in the zone. Maben got all of it there. It was Upton had no chance in right field for this ball. D-backs were kind of fortunate there that Alonso was on first base. Any kind of decent runner with some speed, run would have scored easy.
Well, we keep talking about the Diamondbacks answering back and cutting back in. It was 6-2, 6-4, but if you have to keep doing that, you're eventually going to run out of innings. We're into the 7th, so this becomes a big situation here. Perino's going to get an intentional walk. And with the pitcher due up next, Bud Black has put Mark Kotsay into the on-deck circle. He's going to load him up here. Perino's on for the 4th time here after this intentional walk with 2 walks and 2 hits today. That's what a manager likes to see. He gives a non-starter an opportunity to spell one of the regulars in there and gets this kind of production from him. And Perino's made some nice plays at short.
Yeah, he really has. He's got a lot of work today.
Shaw's got his work cut out for him now. He's got Kotsay. Diamondbacks only have 1 left-hander in their bullpen. He's not up. Zagurski.
It'll be interesting to see where the infield defense plays. Over the last 5 or 6 years, teams have been incorporating a number 3 defense where guys will play, middle infielders will play halfway in between a double play depth and an all-out in depth to try and cut down on that run at home plate if they have the chance to. Unlike a hard hit ball to the shortstop, have a chance to cut the runner down at home plate and do it that way. But with 1 out right here, a double play ball would end the inning and make things really nice for us going into the bottom half of the 7th.
Kotsay, 36 years old, still runs well. And a veteran pinch hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Shaw's falling behind him. Ground ball to second, not hit hard. Hill goes to second for 1 on to first. Got the double play. Hill a little backhanded shuffle and a nice play by Ransom to get the quick throw on the return to get the double play, and that keeps the Padres off the board in the 7th inning. Let's see how big that turns out to be in this ball game. Still 6-4 Padres. Back at Chase Field, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nice job by Brian Shaw there, getting that double play ball off the bat of Mark Kotsay to keep this 2-run ball game, gentlemen.
Yeah, Kotsay played perfectly into our hands, set up the double play, threw a great cutter in and rolled it over, and guys up the middle turned a great double play to end that inning.
So now you get the bats working again and end up winning this ball game and sweeping the series and get out of town, right?
Yeah, I think every inning now, every out means so much to this Diamondback team. They got to find ways to get runners on and try to scratch some runs out. We're desperately running out of games and time here.
Brad Brock is on. He's been a workhorse, 62 games. Will Venable takes over in right field, and Denorfia has moved over to left as they get Guzman out of there. Let's go down to Brad Steinke.
Well, it's been quite a season and postseason already for that man, A.J. Pollock. He was the MVP of the Pacific Coast League Championship Series. And then Tuesday night in the AAA National Championship game, he also earned MVP honors. And yesterday, if he looked a little tired, that's because he was. His teammates with the Aces celebrated a little bit. He said he got to his hotel room once he found out he was getting called back up to the show. But he said some of his teammates were having conversations outside his hotel room. I think that was roughly translated. They were celebrating there, but he got back here yesterday, and he's in a groove as he grounds out third base guys. Obviously, Mike Jacobs and A.J. Pollock very, very worthy of the call-ups, and what a team that was. I thought something interesting that Kevin Towers had to say the other day. Yes, the minor leagues are to develop players, but winning is part of development, and they did great with Missoula and Mobile and Reno. We've got some great prospects and a great future ahead for this franchise.
Well said, Brad. No doubt about that. It's KT right there. Here's Parr, who's going to pinch hit. Batting for Brian Shaw.
Boy, Parra seems to be the guy who's gotten squeezed out of playing time here as of late. All these youngsters getting brought up from AAA and AA.
The Diamondbacks getting a look at Eaton, and now Pollock is up starting against the left-hander Richard in this ball game today. Out of play. Now we again are joined by Jeff Blum in the booth here today, and Jeff and Kirk Gibson share one common thread among themselves in Major League history. The only two players in the history of the game to hit a go-ahead or game-winning home run. They're only at bat of the World Series. Gibby did it in '88. Of course, you did it for the White Sox in '05.
Yes, I did. That was one of the better years and hits of my career. Yeah, that was a good time.
Now, you started that year with the Padres, then went to the White Sox, and came back to San Diego the following year, right?
Yeah, that was also the year that my triplets were born. And 2 weeks after they were out of the hospital because they were born premature, I got traded to Chicago. And it was pretty much a whirlwind after that. But what a great situation to go into with a great ball club in the NL Central and have the opportunity to play in something as amazing as the World Series. And to get that opportunity and be blessed enough to have such a good thing happen to win a ball game like that, it was pretty special.
Well, you and Gonzo have World Series rings, different teams, obviously, but also triplets.
Yeah, a lot of things in common. Yeah, Gonzo was one of the first guys in 2005 when we were getting ready for the birth of the triplets. One of the first guys I hit up was Gonzo, and asked him,
"Help!
What am I in store for?"
Eating a high fly ball, deep right field, back of the warning track, at the wall, gone! Home run, Adam Eaton. It's a one-run game. The little guy got one out. Get that baseball for him, too.
Never forget that one.
It's a full home run, another $150 going to Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Thought he might have gotten a little bit too high.
Boy, when you hit one like that, he's pushing it out with his breath, just trying to get it. Venable just missed it. Boy, not a lot of hops there for a former basketball player.
And he just went into the game defensively.
A little shocked by that too.
Again, it's not your home ballpark, but you're familiar with this ballpark. All the games you play here. Shallow right center off the bat of Hill. And Maben makes the catch to retire the side. But Adam Eaton hits his first big league home run. And he's brought the Diamondbacks to within a run here as we head to the 8th at Chase Field. They take on Joey Votto and the high-flying National League Central leading Cincinnati Reds. Fox Saturday Baseball, presented by MasterCard, begins at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Well, they're negotiating for the baseball right now.
I think that guy wants to make the flight with the team to San Francisco and Colorado.
I think the request has gone in for you guys to go down there and sign a few.
Tell you what, you got a back room back there. I could get it from him.
There they go. They made the deal's done. Made. I think he's going to probably head down to the locker room after the game and meet some people.
It'd be funny if he asked for a Goldschmidt bat.
He'll be sitting next to Gonzo on the flight.
That's happened before, yeah.
All right.
Kind of interesting how fans kind of see that coming and recognize the fact that that might be his first home run, and the wheels start turning and get that negotiation going.
Swing and a miss by Denorfia. This becomes a big inning now for Matt Albers.
Yeah, and with him making that exchange, the game has changed so much. The authenticators now, they take over. I hit the first homer at Tropicana Field, and the guy didn't want to give me the ball. And I told him when he walks out of the park, that ball isn't worth anything.
Let's take a look at the home run again. I thought number one, it was hit high, and then look at Venable here. I thought he was going to go up for this.
He actually had his hand back there too, felt for the wall, and he had plenty of time. That ball was in the air for a long time. Figured he'd give it a better shot.
And I'm sure his teammates are going to give him a hard time for that one.
Yeah, you want your first blast to go way out, be a no doubter.
Well, Eden got his first big league triple last night. He'd had a couple of doubles. Now he's got a home run, so he's officially hit for the cycle in his major league career. And speaking of that, we'll have a chance with Upton leading off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Justin's a home run away from the cycle. First things first, though, get these 2 outs in the 8th inning of the Padres. Albers, one of the power arms that General Manager Kevin Tires went out and picked up this summer. Got him from the Red Sox, and then a little bit later on, made the trade with Baltimore. They brought over Matt Lindstrom. Ground ball down to third. Johnson throws him out, 2 away.
Yeah, Albers has got great velocity and even better movement. Got great sink on his fastball.
Let's answer AT&T trivia question. I think you already did. Only pitcher rookie this season with 200+ strikeouts.
Oh, that was a no-brainer. That was easy.
You like the extra help up here, don't you?
Oh, I love it.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah. Albers has retired the first 2. Here's Headley now. Headley's RBI double in that 2-run 6th inning. The difference in this ball game. Came with 2 men out. His 105th RBI of the year. And he's got ahead of Headley 0-2. This will be a big one for the Diamondbacks to come back and get. They'll have 6 outs to work with. Only down 1 at the moment. Albert's trying to keep it that way. Got to get tacos rolling out of town, right? In the air to left field. Pollock has it. Upton trying for the home run for the cycle. Goldschmidt, Montero, middle of the order coming up in a 1-run game. low pricing, and see every D-backs out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Dale Thayer, right-hander, comes on for the Padres. 56 ball game, and he will face Justin Upton to lead things off. Upton, in this order today, has singled to left, he has doubled to center, and he has tripled to right. He is our APS Energy All-Star, trying to become the 6th Diamondback. And a fly ball to right, sinking, and diving forward is Venable, and he made the catch. And Upton retired here. 7 extra base hits though in his last 5 ball games, and that's good to see. And he almost dinged one in there in front of Venable.
Yeah, Venable made a great play. Comes charging it hard. Boy, Justin got a pitch right down the middle. Kind of jammed himself. Venable, nice diving play there.
Of course, the Diamondbacks had Aaron Hill hit for 2 cycles earlier this season. Gonzo, you hit for the cycle against Houston years ago. Greg Colburn did it against the Padres in San Diego at Old Qualcomm Stadium. Stephen Drew did it. Kelly Johnson. Upton was trying to get there, but Diamondbacks will need to bat around again for giving him another chance.
Tough to control those emotions when you know you need a homer in that last at bat to go for the cycle and tie up the ball game this late in the game. A little aggressive, get a little big with your swing.
As close as you came, Jeff.
Oh, triple A. No, what did I do? It double A. Double A hit for the natural cycle.
Wow. Single, double, triple home run in that order.
Yes, indeed.
How about Hill, though? 2 in 1 year within 11 days of one another. Ooh, strike 3 call to Goldschmidt. Wow. Paul Nard called that a strike. Let's see where it was. It was close.
The outer half, this is where we get to the day game, getaway day for the umpires.
They don't get to fly those charters, do they?
No, they got to make those flights. If they get anything close, you better be swinging. And they've done, for the most part, they've done a fantastic job this whole series. Just giving them a hard time here.
Here's Montero now with 2 out. Four ball games complete in the big leagues earlier today. The Cincinnati Reds clinch playoff spot with their win today over the Cubs. Cardinals won again. That's not good news for the teams trailing in the wild card race, including the Diamondbacks. He fouls one. Montero 1 for 3 today. Diamondbacks have their bullpen going. JJ and Zagurski. Seems like it's been a while since Zagurski's worked. The only left-hander. I don't have him working on this homestand.
Yeah, I don't think he's been out there for quite a while.
Sunday, the 9th of September in San Diego. 2-1 count here on Montero. He is the tying run at the plate. I'd like to see him get a double here with Chris Johnson up next. He's had a big day with 2 men out, swing and a miss. Johnson has driven in 2 runs with 2 2-out singles in this game.
Thayer's got some good movement, some latent whip on that ball. Guys are taking some awkward swings.
Yeah, that's sneaky fast. It gets on you a little bit quicker than 94. It says 94, 95, but it gets on you in a hurry.
He's been used as a somewhat closer also this year. Houston Street's had injury problems, a little pop fly. But Bruno makes the catch, and Thayer goes easily against the Diamondbacks in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th, a 1-run ball game.
And James Seville was lucky enough to be here in right field to catch it. Now, when you had it, did you realize how important that baseball was?
No, I didn't even know who was batting. I was just, I asked my uncle, I said, who batted? So it was Eaton. So then, everybody just, all the ushers, everybody came down and.
So what are you going to get? You obviously gave it back because that's a memento he wants. What did you get for that souvenir?
I asked him for an autograph bat.
Autograph bat. Now, your friend was telling me that he was saying you got to negotiate. You got to go a little higher than that. You got to get more than that.
So that's for something else. I said, well, how about a bat? So they're going to give me an autograph ball. I said, nah. I said, just, I'll take the.
So a bat, maybe some tickets or something, or.
Yeah,
so you got cash offered to you as well.
Yeah, he offered me 100.
So the autograph bat from Adam Eaton is obviously you want it from?
Kind of, sort of. I asked for a Pada. Pada's my favorite player.
Okay, we've solved the mystery. He's going to get an autograph bat for that first ever Major League home run from Adam Eaton.
All right, Brad. Matt Albert's back out there. Second inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 8th inning. And Yasmani Grandal leading off for the Padres. And a ball down low. It'll be Grandal, Venable, and Alonso here. They'll all bat left-handed. Grandal is switch hitter. The other two true left-handed hitters.
I appreciate the fact he didn't ask for too much.
Yeah. Ground ball down to first. Alex Schmidt will take it to the bag himself. One away. Here comes Venable batting for the first time. Always done a nice job. 4 batters faced, all 4 outs.
Well, he made a great play out in right field, and then he missed a home run opportunity to try to snag it from Eaton.
But he made a nice diving catch to rob Upton of a leadoff hit in the bottom of the 8th.
I guarantee there was a little extra motivation behind that play on Upton, knowing that he'd let one get away and get up over the fence.
Nice pitch. Numbers 1-1 now.
Well, look at the run on that fastball. It just starts over the middle of the plate and just carries all the way off the outer edge.
There's a foul. You know, we were looking at old baseball rules several years ago. Candy and I during a ball game. And one of the original rules they had, a hitter could stand, and this is when the game was just getting going back in the 1800s, but one of the rules they had, a hitter could ask for a high pitch or a low pitch. How would you guys like that?
Oh, you mean that's not a rule? I used to ask the catcher all the time to throw me a high pitch.
Yeah, if there's a guy on second base, he was given that, wasn't he?
Into right for Upton on the line. He's got it. 2 down. Well, everyday heroes are around us. You can nominate a person or an organization that's inspired you with their acts of selflessness in our community. To submit their name, visit valleychevy.com and facebook.com/Valley Chevy. Winners will be chosen to appear on the Diamondbacks live pregame show. It's Everyday Heroes, sponsored and presented by your Valley Chevy dealers.
Yeah, I got to face Albers 3 or 4 years ago, and he's got incredible sink, and the velocity seems to have gone up. I think when I faced him, he was an 89, 90 guy.
Chris Johnson throws out Alonso. That's it. Going to the 9th. Johnson, Ransom, Pollock due up. One last crack at it. Diamondbacks trying to sweep San Diego. 7th inning. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, nice time, exciting for a young player. Kept looking back, hoping that it wasn't in Venable's glove.
You say he was pulling on Venable's coattails, trying to keep him from jumping over and catching that ball.
Eaton hoping to get in the bat this inning. It'll be tough against this guy. Well, Gregerson has taken over the closer's role. Houston Street is out, and this guy for a lot of years has been either the 7th or 8th inning man, a setup guy for that closer, and now he is the guy, and he's done a good job for the Padres. He's looking for his 9th save, and he's got Chris Johnson. And looks like Ryan Wheeler's grabbed a bat. He's going to bat next for Cody Ransom. And then A.J. Pollock.
Well, there's a good chance that Gregerson's going to throw some off-speed pitches this inning. Seems like in the games past we've faced him, he is overloaded on the breaking ball side, trying to set up the fastball later in the count.
Diamondbacks have had their problems this year in one-run ball games. Only 14-25 their record. And he gets strike one in there. Last year, Jeff, it was a different story for this ball club in one-run games. What's kind of the main culprit this year?
The magic's gone. There was a lot of magic last year. There was a lot of desire. There was a lot of heart.
How about Chris Johnson, his 3rd hit of the ball game? Had 2 big 2-out, 2-run singles earlier, and he starts the 9th inning with a single.
And that could all change tonight. That'd be a good thing. Get a little getaway happy flight. Great piece of hitting by Chris right there. Stay on that ball, drive it through the hole.
A good start.
Nice start. Got a pitch up in the zone, hit it in the 6th hole, right between short and 3rd.
By the way, the Padres in one-run ball games this year, 23-20.
And I think, getting back to your question, there's a lack of expectation last year. There was no expectation on us at all to do anything last year. We surprised a lot of people by winning ball games, but we also didn't want to give in. Now this year,
back up the middle.
There we go.
Save at second base. They say Forsythe did not have the bag with his foot. That's Doug Henning.
And these are situations that we took on last year. Leadoff hit, an error, take advantage of those opportunities that the defense gives you.
Boy, what a big break right there for the Diamondbacks. What looked like a for sure double play. Forsythe thinks he has it. He kind of kicks it off the heel of his glove. Boy, nice call. I mean, we couldn't see from that angle. It almost looks like his foot is off the bag.
Can't tell right there. Let's get one more look to see if we can see it.
Tough angle for the umpire, being on the inside of the diamond. That depth perception is going to be a little bit off and not be able to catch that toe on there.
Oh, it almost looked like CJ slid his foot right into it.
A little insult to injury. I like it. But you got to hustle. If he's not hustling, that play doesn't happen.
Kurt Gibson going for it right here. He's bringing Kubel up as a pinch hitter. Bud Black immediately will counter. And he'll take Gregerson out of this ball game. Well, we got a chance here. We'll see what happens with the Diamondbacks and Padres. Diamondbacks have just one walk-off win this year, June 8th against Oakland. Will this be the day? September 20th. We'll come back and find out. ball game, but a hit and an error have opened the door for the Diamondbacks. And Gregerson was not happy as he left the mound. First the glove, then the cap. But Black went and got his lefty here. Was Jason Kubel was announced as a pinch hitter, guys. And this guy's awfully tough against left-handers. But if you're the Diamondbacks, hey, you got a shot.
Yeah, you really do. You put yourself in a good situation. And tough left-hander here for Kubel. He's going to have to try to hang in there. Try to either get a base hit or move those runners over to second and third if you can.
Go ahead.
It's guys like Thatcher that are the reason I switch hit. They would not want to face this guy left on left, thrown out of that hip pocket. Some pretty good velocity, too.
Here's Kubel.
And Kubel's due. This might be the right time and the right spot for him to be in.
Over his last 16 with runners in scoring position. He digs into the plate.
You know he's going to get that sweeping breaking ball over the outer half sooner or later.
A tying and winning run on base. Swing and a miss.
Well, I think 9 times out of 10, anytime a left-hander comes in to face a lefty with runners in scoring position, first pitch is a breaking ball.
And sweeps away from the plate.
Good take. He's standing on that first base side of the rubber. Makes it even tougher when that thing comes sweeping across.
This is the guy where you try to hit the left center field. You don't try to pull this guy. That's how you roll over in a double play. So he's going to stay away from him.
1-2 now.
And that 86 looked like 96 after throwing that sidearm a couple times.
Yeah, that's what it looked like on that swing.
Chris Young has moved out on deck to pinch hit next. Others have their bullpen up. 1-2 on Kubel. 2-2 now. Well, it's been a pretty good homestand, 5-2 through 7 ball games. I think the Diamondbacks can make it a really good homestand by walking off with a win here. They're trying to do that. Johnson opened the inning with a single, his third hit of the game. Wheeler pinch hitting, reached on an error. Outside, full 3-2.
Good take right there.
Graham is running a first base four-wheeler.
Good time to be a hitter.
He walked him, and the bases are loaded. That was a good at-bat by Kubel. A tough left-hander.
That was a great at-bat. I mean, he has better eye than I do because I would have been swinging at a couple of those pitches.
I was saying you're in an 0 for 16 stretch, trying to do a little too much, try and drive that runner in, break out of that slump, but he did a good job of being patient, taking some closed pitches off a tough lefty right there.
Wow.
Chris Young announced, looking into the dugout. Bud Black coming out. He won't let his left-hander pitch to Young. CY's going to bat with the bases loaded here. And Tommy Lane, left-hander. Now the Diamondbacks chance to get a win here. And it's Vincent who is coming into the ballgame. Nobody out, the bases loaded. relievers as a pinch hitter. The Padres have brought in a right-hander, Nick Vincent. He inherits a bases-loaded, no-out situation in a one-run ball game. Padres leading the Diamondbacks here in the ninth. Somehow, some way, you got to get it done here, guys. Got to pull this one out, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt they put themselves in a good situation with nobody out. Got to at least scratch one run out here.
Jacobs just up in the minor leagues. Kubel just walked to load the bases. Jacobs played at Reno. He handed it back, grounded out as a pinch hitter last night. Those are his numbers over his career. At 279 with Reno, 60 runs batted in. Left-handed batter.
Get the ball up and look for something you can drive into the outfield.
Now the Padre infield is up. Side ball in. Pretty impressive. 4 career walk-off hits last time in 08.
Outfield probably playing a little bit more shallow, trying to cut off the base hit to get that runner at home plate.
Carrying the winning run out at second, Tyler Graham, the pinch runner. It's a strike. Sunny started with a base hit by Johnson. He's at third base. Wheeler then reached on an error by the second baseman Forsythe. Graham pinch running at second, and Kubel, who walked as a pinch hitter, is at first. One and two the countdown.
Another pitch over the outer half.
Jacobs in the hole.
Well, they're giving him all of left center field.
All of left center. You're right.
DeNorfield's playing in shallow.
Adam Eaton with his first career home run in the 7th inning on deck.
Tough to be sitting on that bench all day and coming in the bottom of the 9th inning with a chance to win it.
And a foul that goes to the backstop. Johnson wasn't taking any chances. He was hustling down the line, thinking maybe that was a wild pitch.
Well, he got lucky to get a piece of that. Most guys come off the bench, and this is something Jacobs hasn't done a lot of, pinch hitting. Most guys coming off the bench, when you come off, you're looking for that first fastball. He's taken 2 of them away. Then he got that breaking ball in.
And having not been in the league for a while, facing some of these guys for the first time at this level is going to be a little bit tough, and especially in an extreme situation like this.
Ball 2 strikes. 2-2. Makes it a little bit more interesting now. Nobody out. Diamondbacks trying to sweep the Padres there by rallying in the 9th inning to win this game.
Well, most of the outfielders playing in now, because if they get that ground ball, they definitely have to come. They got to come in hard to try to throw out that runner at the plate. That's a game-winning run at second.
I'll get out of play.
And those guys are pretty good athletes out there too. They're going to be charging in hard, trying to cut down on that throwing space in between themselves and home plate.
Mike Jacobs could welcome himself to the Diamondbacks in a big way right here.
Yeah, as an outfielder, you go as far as you can go where you think your arm strength is going to carry you. For me, I was playing right behind shortstop.
2-2. 3-2.
Man, I tell you what, our guys have taken some close pitches.
Kubel's last at bat. Now this one. Now this crowd gets into it, guys.
Knowing the way Norrich's been calling that pitch on the outside corner.
Full count of the pinch hitter, Mike Jacobs.
I always felt that the pressure was always on the pitcher to throw a strike right here. You didn't have to get too big and expand your zone. He's got to come into the zone right here.
And he fouled it off. It was probably a ball, but you're up there. You don't have a lot of time to think of these situations. You're in protect mode on anything close.
So you're battling. And let me tell you what the hitter's thinking. He took a pitch pretty close outside, and he might have thought it was a strike when he took it. And if the umpire called the ball, he says, I better not take something close again. He might ring me up on that same pitch.
Jacobs lives to see another day. He's had a long at bat here. Battling Nick Vincent in relief. Popped up. Third base side, foul ground. That's going to be caught for the first down, the big first down of this 9th inning. So Vincent gets out without anybody advancing anywhere. Bud Black's going to go get a left-hander here to face Eaton. He's made the call already. It'll probably be Lane. This will be the 4th pitcher of the inning. Coming up. And we'll be back to see what happens. Bases loaded. 1 out now in a 1-run game.
Oh, yeah, how about
unfolded. Chris Johnson led off with a base hit off Luke Gregerson. Then the pinch hitter Ryan Wheeler hit one. Could have been a double play, but Forsythe didn't get anybody. Both runners safe. And then Jason Kubel, a pinch hitter, walking on a 3-2 pitch against the left-hander. That loaded him up. Mike Jacobs came on as a pinch hitter after Chris Young had been announced. And he popped up in foul territory. So there's 1 out of the inning. The bases are loaded. And the new pitcher is Tommy Lane, the left-hander. On to face the rookie left-handed hitting center fielder, Adam Eaton. Eaton, guys, in his 3 minor league seasons, only 12 double plays hit into. With that speed. But the Padres know they have to be quick. And there's a little extra pressure on those infielders, Jeff, in a situation like this with Eaton at the plate.
And looking where they're playing at in the defense, they're thinking the same thing. They know that Adam Eaton can fly down the line, so they're figuring a typical ground ball isn't going to turn 2. So I think they're focused a little bit more on that runner at third base and keeping him from scoring.
Well, let's see how this at bat goes. Low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, he's just going to try. They're going to try to just get the out at home plate. If they get more than that, it'll be benefit to them. But they're basically just trying to cut down that tying run at the plate.
How about this? Lane in 12 2/3 innings, only 3 walks, 22 strikeouts. And he bunts at it and misses. That was not a suicide. He was trying to bunt for a hit. Johnson got back to third.
You know, I think sometimes when these young hitters come up here to the big leagues, it's more beneficial that they don't know a lot of these veteran guys, because you could play yourself into a slump overthinking on some of these pitchers out there, how effective they are.
Eaton in his biggest at-bat since coming up. He hits one to second. Here comes a play to the plate. They'll get the out. So a big second out. It's a force out of the plate to keep the score 6-5.
Hit it perfectly back into the defense to allow them to make that play at home plate. Chris Johnson doesn't run all that well going home. The slide was interesting too, but hit right into the defense.
Well, guess what? Bud Blank's going to come out and make another pitching change. Fans are booing.
Going to use all of that September roster.
Yes, sir. And he'll go with the right-hander here. Nice job by Lane to get Eaton on the fielder's choice. So once again, we'll take a break. Fifth pitcher in the inning coming on for the Padres. Trailing 6-5. Now it's 6-5 with 2 outs, bases loaded. And Anthony Bass, the right-hander, comes on to pitch. Bass has started 14 games. This is his 7th relief appearance.
Bass threw pretty firm to begin with when he was a starter. I wonder if he's going to reach back a little bit more coming out of the bullpen, knowing he doesn't have to go out there for an extended amount of time.
Aaron Hill 1 for 4 today. A home run in the first inning. And it misses outside, ball 1. Now carrying the winning run the tying run at third base is Graham. Kubel carrying the potential winning run at second. And Eden at first. This is the 5th pitcher used on the 6th hitter in this inning. It's been Gregerson, Thatcher, Vincent, Lane, and Bass.
Well, we've been good all day on 2-out hits. Let's hope we can get one more here. I know that's asking for a lot. But Aaron Hill's been one of our clutch hitters all season long for us.
As I say, is it going to look bad if I get up and cheer right now, hoping that this game ends with a D-back win with me in the booth right here?
And a reach score foul out of play. Now it's 1-2. Now the Padres within a strike of winning this ball game. Boy, it looked bleak for him. Diamondbacks have the bases loaded and nobody out. And now the Diamondbacks need something with 2 men out from Hill to get this game even or win it. Anthony Bass. Aaron Hill. And he went around, says Paul Nart. He can't believe it. Hill on a check swing, strike 3, and this game is over. Well, you hate seeing a game end on something like that.
Absolutely. That is a horrible way to end the game.
He might have gone. Padres survive a bases loaded, no out situation to win the ball game. Blummer enjoyed it. Let's do it again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'd love to do it again.
We got more coming up. On with Luis Gonzalez, Jeff Blum. I'm Greg Schulte. And this one belongs to the Padres this afternoon. They beat the Diamondbacks 6-5.